Hello and welcome into today's edition of the Arizona State Sun Devils Insider Podcast. My name is Kevin Hicks and I'm your lead beat writer for the Arizona State Sun Devils on SI. And I'm so grateful to be joining you on this Monday morning. We are about a day and a half away from Arizona State returning home, looking to defend their home court at Desert Financial Arena against the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Tuesday night showdown. Uh, Obviously, I'm going to be there covering the game for you, each and every one of you, and um, it's kind of a tough pill to swallow being an Arizona State fan right now. Just just around 2 weeks ago, Arizona State had a major opportunity to really retake their season by the reins. Lost to UCF by 3 points in a game that they led by 12 with about 6 minutes remaining, and that would have been a quad one victory. Competed with Arizona for a second consecutive game. Obviously, they had a two-game series in the Territorial Cup this season, like they will pretty much every season, I believe. Ended up losing by 13. Still can't really knock the effort that they put in. And then they defeated Utah with a seven-man rotation. That's an okay win. Can't knock that too much. A win's a win. And then had a major opportunity against Colorado. The win would have put them at 13 and 11, would have been their first win streak as a member of the Big 12 in year two of that, and would have really given them an incredible amount of positive momentum going into this stretch of games that they really have a lot of potential to stack up some wins in, including against Oklahoma State. You also have Baylor, you have TCU, you have Utah again. There's some real potential to stack up victories, and the momentum that they had built kind of got stalled again. That's kind of been a resounding theme for the Sun Devils this season. Uh, I mean, it's tough. It's really tough to digest how this Arizona State season has gone, and there's a lot to unpack once this season is officially done. Until then, let's look at what the Sun Devils have in front of them in the Oklahoma State Cowboys. So the Cowboys are 2-3 in their last five games, just like Arizona State. They have played five games over the last 3 weeks. I mean, a lot like Arizona State, but their stretch began before ASU's did. Um, they lost to TCU on the road in a close game. They lost to Iowa State at home, not too surprising. Then they beat Utah and BYU both. The BYU win is probably their signature win this season. They scored 99 points in that game, and that's really what put them back in the tournament picture. Then they lose to Arizona by almost 40 points. Uh, I watched a good portion of that game, and it wasn't pretty. Arizona really took the reins of that game quite early on, and Oklahoma State just didn't have any answers. Uh, it wasn't a pretty game, but I'm not going to discount Oklahoma State. They have a pretty strong statistical profile this season. Their defense is somewhat inconsistent. They give up about 80 points per game, but they score 85 points per game. They shoot 47% from the field. They average 38 rebounds per game. They get about eight steals per game. They have the statistical profile of a good basketball team. I still think Arizona State has a solid chance to pick up a win. And that's reflected in ESPN's BPI that gives ASU a 55% chance to pick up a victory. But before we get into my final prediction, let's take a look at Oklahoma State, like just the team in general, the how the roster profiles against ASU and all of that. So Oklahoma State is led by second year head coach Steve Lutz, who really had a lot of success in a short time building up mid-major programs. He led, I believe it was University of Texas Rio Grande to an NCAA tournament appearance about 3 years ago. Then he went to Western Kentucky. He led them to their first NCAA tournament appearance in over a decade for a proud program that had been falling short year after year since that last appearance. He led them in his first season to the tournament, and they competed as a 15 seed in their lone game that tournament. Then he left to Oklahoma State right after that. They didn't have a lot of success in year one, but in year two, man, they are having quite a bit of success. They are a pretty deep basketball team. They have, so they played in 23 games this season. They have 8 players that average at least 4.9 points per game, that have played in 20 or more games. So the main 8 or 9 rotation players have tended to be regularly available. And the players that don't play a lot have had moments of brilliance as well. Steve Lutz can really go deep into his rotation and find success in that. They are led by guard um, Anthony Roy, who is averaging about 18 points per game, shoots 44% from three-point range on 8 attempts per game, so high volume shooter, a lot in the same vein as some of the players that Arizona State has faced previously in Big 12 play. I mean, he's coming off of a season where he averaged almost 26 points per game. So there's some real firepower there with Oklahoma State's backcourt. And they also have a forward in Parza Fala who shoots 59% from the field. He is a little bit of an undersized forward. I mean, he's their de facto center, but he's listed as a forward. He's going to be tasked with uh squaring off against Masamba Diop in the paint, and that could be a little bit of a disadvantage for Oklahoma State. They really do. That's one downside of this Oklahoma State team. They really only have two de facto big men that consistently play. Um, Arizona State has four big men that consistently play. But that could be an advantage to Oklahoma State regardless, even if it is a guard heavy arrangement as far as depth is concerned. They have 9, 10, 11 guys that are consistently available to play. ASU has 7 or 8. We'll still see how things go, how the game develops, how the flow of the game goes. I think the key to Arizona State picking up a victory is really, it's simple. Just feed Masamba Diop early and often. Uh, really lean into what has been your bread and butter and your moments of success this season, the two-man game between Mo Odom and Masamba Diop. And when they seal Diop off in the paint, when they focus on him, when they put the defensive focus on him, just create space for your shooters. Uh, Bryce Ford, Andrea Gerbovic, they are due for big games eventually, especially Bryce Ford. And Arizona State, I think, wins this game, but it's far from a guarantee. Still 40 minutes of basketball to be played Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It will be broadcast on CBS Sports Network, and I will be at the game to cover it for each and every. Oh, excuse me. Um, just wanted to shout out each and every one of you for tuning into this another edition of the Sun Devils Insider podcast, and I will see you with another episode tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in.